Hi, I'm Kristen Murphy. I, along with Mike Cavender, Trevor Barone, Joey Sasfari, and Annie Liss, are the Gator Nest team dedicated to helping Maxout create a sustainable and profitable future for the technology. Joey's going to start by telling us exactly what is Maxout.
Well, first, Maxout is it's been around for 20 plus years. It's a added on technology for workout machines. So it doesn't require an entire machine to be built. It can be added on to any machine that already exists in a gym. How it works is it takes advantage of the eccentric movements that you use when you're working out. So think of you're doing curls. On your way up, you can lift a certain amount of weight, and on your way down, you can actually lift more weight and resist it. Maxout allows you to do that, and it gives you a much more efficient workout when you're doing it. How does Maxout create value? Well, the efficiency of it allows you to work out less than you would on the normal workout routine. So you only need 1 hour a week, 1 day a week. So that's all it takes, and you'll still get the same results that you would get by working out in a normal gym 4 to 5 days a week. It can be used on a variety of different patients. It can be used for recreational purposes, so guys that just want to go to the gym, get a better body. It can be used for strength therapy purposes as well for patients. Maybe they're recovering from an injury, or perhaps even older people who are trying to just maintain their healthy lifestyle. What are the risks of Maxout? Well, first, there's a possibility that people don't actually believe that it will work. I mean, 1 day a week is hard to believe that you can still get the same results that you would, working out 5 days a week. There's also a commercialization risk if the right target, if the incorrect target is marketed towards. The production of it right now is very costly, which would mean it would be very difficult to do this on a bigger, large scale. And lastly, competitors, the patent has just run out, so competitors can actually go ahead and design similar technology, probably do it at a cheaper cost, and introduce it to the marketplace. So those are the risks. And next we have Mike talk about some of the options.
It's very important when starting a new venture to consider some of the risks that you can avoid or at least mitigate. That's what I'm trying to do here in the comparisons table. We came up with 3 real alternatives for this machine, the Maxout. The first one is recreational memberships, the second being UAA, and third being orthopedic rehabilitation. Now, none of these are bad per se. It's just simply which one do you want to start out with first. Based off of cost, it's still going to be commercialization risk. We don't know how the market's going to accept this product. We want to ensure that's not just going to be a better mousetrap. So what we did, we used several comparables such as fixed cost, rollout difficulty, regulations, legal issues, and we ranked the 3 options accordingly. And based off of that, we think the initial rollout should be recreational use, memberships at the OSME Institute. And then around September time or in the fall, we're going to start doing the UAA, working with athletes, trying to get them to like it, for them to talk about it, so that they can not only enjoy the equipment, but tell other athletes that they can get past the plateau, etc. Then lastly, once the facility at OSME is going to be maxed out as far as capacity goes, we're going to start having Dr. McMillan build franchise kits, and what that's going to be is all of the knowledge that we have about not only the insurance, but our target customers, etc. Build an algorithm which he can go and consult with other orthopedic surgeons and tell them about the revenue that he can be making. Now, this is a very generic timeline. We have a fully detailed timeline in the business plan which you'll be receiving. But as you can see here, in May we're going to start with recreational fitness. We're going to start with certain marketing tactics, again outlining the business plan, but it's really going to be to narrow down who our target customer is, get some response from them, and see what the market's really willing to accept and pay to use the Maxout equipment. In September, you see that we start the UAA rehab and strength. We want to work with the association and the athletes, get some advice from them, some feedback from them, possibly even consult with them or build their own custom facility here on campus. In May 2010, we're going to get close to filling capacity at the expected projections. So just before that, or concurrent with that, we're going to start to develop the franchising kit. which is going to be an algorithm of the insurance, our revenue models based off of customers, which Dr. McMillan can go to orthopedic surgeons or other rehab centers and provide them and explain to them the benefits of Max Out in the facility and the lost revenues that they can now capture. There's several stages to our marketing, again, further outlined in the business plan. The first one's it's mostly a soft opening, just kind of get the word out there, not a big budget on it. August and October is a substantial budget, mainly because students are coming back, they're wanting to get in shape for summertime, etc. Stage 3 involves, the New Year's resolution people, everybody's trying to get in shape, so we have a plan set up for that. And then March, we're going to be getting close to capacity, so odds are we'll be scaling back the marketing efforts and that budget. Now I'm going to hand over to Trevor, he's going to talk about the financial projections.
Thank you, Mike. So you've heard about our current rollout strategy. This is just putting some numbers behind what we're going to do. Right now, this is a very consolidated spreadsheet. You'll see all the assumptions in the business plan as well as the full working model in an Excel spreadsheet that you'll get later. On our conservative estimate here, we have revenue at $10,000. Our margins are eaten into heavily by our marketing costs. So right here we're saying first month we're looking at 5 patrons, growth rate's only going to be 10%. We're going to reach capacity in August of 2010. Now, capacity is a major issue here. We're assuming that we can only have 2 individuals simultaneously using the facility at once. Now, in our aggressive model, we'll reach capacity in 2009. So once we hit 80 patrons or 80 memberships, we're tapped out. Revenue maxes out at $73,000. In this model, first month we have 20 patrons, growth rate is 30%, and because we're going to reach maximum capacity, we plan to scale back marketing. So you'll see overhead is decreased in this model. Finally, we have our expected revenue model. Start with 10 patrons, grow at 10% or 20% a year, and reach capacity just over a year. NPV, you'll see here, is discounted at a very low rate just because we plan on this being a cash flow directly to the university. It is a non-for-profit, and we wanted to illustrate that point right here. Everything else you'll see in complete detail in the plan and in the Excel sheet. Now I'm going to turn it over to Annie.
Okay, so in conclusion, we would like to roll out the recreation fitness model by within the next month. And by the fall, we would like to establish a partnership with the UAA and finally create the franchise kits with orthopedic surgeons and the rehab centers. Are there any questions?